Hi Barry,
Wow, that's bright.
that is bright. Oh, we've got the flash on.
Hello.
All right. So, how are preparations going for your up and coming show?
Yeah, preparations are going really well. I think if you'd asked me, say this time yesterday, maybe a little bit nervous, but things have developed, which is good. Um, the show is written, scripted,
Good.
pretty much, uh, minus some props, ready to perform. That's the good thing. Obviously, there are rehearsals
Due to be taking
to
place.
come. Lots of them, and so that hopefully a little team around me to work with me to do that. Um, I'm this close to being able to tell you a venue, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like the original venue that we were looking at to begin with is going to come through.
Yeah.
However, there's been some suggestions of backup places
Good.
that might be able to do what we need to do. I hold a decent amount of people with seating and lighting and kind of theatre-ish style set out
It would put a
and
show
a
on basically.
stage
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
backstage area, etc., etc. I think it's going to be very, very soon. And yes, you can help, Mum. Yeah, you just sit there. And um, I think an announcement's coming really, really soon. And once that happens,
Yeah.
everything's going to spiral. The kind of the dates are going to be published up,
Yeah.
and
Get an event going.
the tickets will be available
Yeah.
to not purchase because there's no
No.
purchase. It's
No.
free of charge.
Yeah.
Tickets will be available to order if you like, and yeah, we can get an event going on the page and we can get lots
Good.
of information out on the page. So we're very, very, very close. And I'm conscious that there's been not much kind of activity on the page recently. Obviously, kind of
Because your time has been taken up with lots of work.
They haven't
Yeah.
happened, but believe you me, a lot of time. Marm's just sickling it there, aren't you? A lot of time's been spent working on this. It's exciting. It's really exciting, and it's coming along really nicely.
Good.
So things are going in short. I suppose things are going great.
So if people haven't seen a Darren Brown show, what sort of things can they expect to see if they come to see it?
Okay, yeah, good question. A Darren
Without giving too much away,
yeah,
obviously.
a Darren show or a me show or an anyone show
Yeah.
into the name of the art is mentalism.
Yeah.
It's described many different ways. I guess the kind of the basic way people describe it is mind reading.
Yeah.
I think the name of the show is going to be an evening of mind reading.
Yeah.
Just so it's very simplistic. Everyone knows what it's all about, and that's generally what the kind of thing is. Obviously, my act, and very much so Darren Brown's act, is based on psychological methods.
Yes.
So it's described, and I'm described as a psychological illusionist. It's that. So it is using the senses that we do have
Yeah.
to give that illusion that we've got a sixth sense.
Yes.
Using our five senses to give the illusion of a
Of
sixth.
another one, yeah.
And it's an entertaining, fun, interactive evening.
Yes.
That's probably a
Good way of putting it.
way
Yeah.
to describe it.
So how many shows are you planning and where are they likely to be?
Well, again, I can't pinpoint anything
No.
yet on location, but what I will say is that we would like the shows to be in Torbay, or somewhere nearby,
Yeah.
just due to the location of the charity that we're
Yes.
here to raise money for.
Exactly.
So that's as much as I can say on
On that front.
where.
Yeah.
As for how many, the opening gambit is 2.
Yes.
And I say the opening gambit because it very much depends on demand.
Yes.
But there will be 2 shows. One will definitely be a weekday, and one maybe a weekend or close to a weekend.
Yeah.
And that is just based on what people have asked for.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people naturally work the 9 to 5,
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, and it's more convenient for them to go and see a show on a Friday evening or a weekend,
Yeah.
daytime or evening. However, I in the past, and I know that a lot of people still do now, work all kinds of different days
Yeah.
because they might be just in a type of job that just demands that, and therefore they're not always available
No.
at the times where it might be peak for everyone else.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to accommodate
For those
people
as well.
like that as well.
Yeah.
So there will be two at least, and then very much dependent on demand.
Yeah.
We'll play it by ear from that side of things.
Okay.
The numbers that we're able to have in those shows will very much depend on the size of the venue that we secure.
Yeah.
And again, I'm hoping very much to be able to make an announcement reference venue pretty shortly. And we've got some backup ideas if what we're thinking doesn't pan out. We've got to find somewhere, because that's the only kind of crucial thing. We've got to find somewhere to host us.
Yeah.
Because otherwise there isn't a show. So there will be a show. So we'll find somewhere, but obviously we've got very specific requirements. So that kind of makes things a little bit more difficult to get exactly what we want. So we've kind of put feelers out, and I think we might have found somewhere. We can't announce it yet.
No. Okay.
So, but hopefully soon.
Well, seeing as this is a free event,
yeah,
will you be taking donations, and how can people do this?
The plan is for it to be a free event with no obligation to do anything.
No.
However, at the end of the show, I will and the team will be providing information to people should they wish to make a donation. Obviously, I very much like people to make a donation.
Yeah.
But they need to base that on their enjoyment of that evening.
Of the evening, yeah.
You know, so let them enjoy the show, and then afterwards we'll provide them with links to
how to do this,
how they can donate, and obviously my sincere hope is that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
But the first thing we need to do is to get these people here to enjoy a good evening's entertainment.
Yes.
And then they can think about what they want to do.
Exactly.
And there'll be nobody pushing anything on them.
No.
I want to make that really, really clear. There'll be nobody shaking a tin at them or anything like that. However, obviously, what we're all about is a charity and trying to raise some money for a charity. So we'll provide that information to people right at the end, and hope that people do decide to donate. If they can't on that night, but they can at a future time or whatnot, that's great, and the information will be provided to people. That's pretty much as far as I'll say on that. I mean, everybody knows that if you're watching a YouTube vid, you've probably got that from my Facebook page.
Yeah.
And that on the Facebook page is a link to the Just Giving page.
Exactly.
Where you can donate, right?
Yeah.
So that is how I want people to donate. I don't want people to be kind of feel like they've got a one of those shaky tins in their face on this occasion.
Yeah.
I want them to enjoy themselves and feel comfortable.
Good.
And then hopefully afterwards make a decision to say, I'm gonna go and donate because I've just seen
a good show.
Really enjoyed. Yeah.
So when will we be doing a new draw for another challenge?
Not just yet.
No.
I think
you've still got an outstanding one, I believe, haven't you?
Yeah, there is, and then there's this massive one.
Yeah.
That takes, as we touched on earlier, it takes up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And could clash with other things, and I don't want to take any preparation away from this.
No.
So the answer to that is certainly not in May.
No.
Maybe not in June.
Yeah.
for sure there will be another one in July,
Yeah.
because that's when we're looking towards having done the show by. However, if rehearsals, promotions, and all the rest of it go really, 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 really well,
Yeah.
then that might change.
Yes.
Things might move forward. But we always were going to be at a stage where one of the bigger challenges came
out. Yeah. Takes up a lot of time.
The job that I've got, we've got to make sure of leading up to the show, is that we kind of keep people's information coming to them, keep people's interest,
keep their interest peaked.
And so there'll be some of these. There's this today, which is our little interview and the discussion about it. But going forward as well, I think we're once we know where we are, and I've got the team of people working with me together, we'll have like more of a group thing, and maybe in the location and having a chat there, and getting to know everybody that's involved in helping me put together this show. And there'll be something. We'll try and keep things rolling.
Yeah.
Without necessarily drawing any new challenges. But if I get to and again, just only because this must be right. This has to be. This can't be done half-heartedly.
No.
This must be done thoroughly.
Yeah.
Because there's a duty to put on a really good show for everybody.
Exactly.
Despite the fact that it's a free thing.
Yeah.
Free does not mean poor quality.
No.
And that's really important to me. And again, I touched on earlier, it's really important to me because at the end of it, I want people to say, "Wow, that was so good. I've really got to make a donation."
Yeah.
So challenges. Slow down for a little while.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. They'll be back. They'll be, the draws will be back, and we'll be doing that. But it might not be until kind of middle to end of July.
Yeah.
But hopefully it'll be worthwhile. And just if you're, the only other thing I'd then say and add to that is, if you're on the page and you're thinking, "Oh, I really enjoyed the kind of challenges as they were going along," is that grab a ticket to this show.
Yeah. Because
it's going to be worthwhile, and
we're going to make sure of that.
We're going to make sure of it, and it's all going to be worth the kind of weeks and maybe months of no new challenges, but one hopefully
fantastic
kind of big thing that's put together, and then we can go back to our normal kind of everyone's back to normal. Let's bring a new challenge in.
Yeah.
That kind of scenario.
Well, thank you very much for your time today.
Pleasure as always. Like I said, Marm and I will get together now, and we'll give you news as we got it, and we'll keep doing these little updates by video.
Yeah.
For you guys, and I'm hoping to make some announcements shortly. I know I've been saying that. I'm hoping this week or next week. It's been a little bit more difficult to find somewhere than I thought.
Yeah.
But the really good news is the show is written. It's ready. It's
ready to go.
Rehearsed.
Just get it going.
Rehearsed. And then once we've got a venue, we can kind of set dates, and we can perform things, and we can practice, and then we'll have a day for everyone to come and see the show, which will be nice.
Thank you very much. We'll see you all soon.
Thanks, guys.